Hello there and welcome back. In this video we are going to take a look at OpenNebula, and this is basically an open source cloud and edge computing platform. And what I did is to prepare three machines. All three of them are CentOS 9 machines. And if you want to install OpenNebula, you can go to the latest community stable version, and basically here are the repositories that you can use for your platform. It supports Alma, Linux, RHEL, and Debian Ubuntu. And these are CentOS machines that I have installed, and we are going to run OpenNebula on this platform. So let's SSH into all three of them. Sudo su. And yeah, let's make it a bit bigger. And SSH CentOS 9b. And sudo su. Good. So first things first. If we want to install OpenNebula, we will need the appropriate registry or repository configured. So let's add the OpenNebula repository on all three of the machines. And once this is complete, we are going to continue our installation. So we are going to have one node which is working as the front end. And we are going to have one node which is two nodes. One of them is going to be a KVM host, and the other is an LXC host. And CentOS 9 is going to be the front end. On all three machines, we need to add the Apple release for the CentOS 9 machine or repository. And we are going to enable the CRB. 1, 2, 3. Good. So there are some packages that we have to install, and we are going to install first the front end and configure it. And after it was installed, we are going to disable SE Linux. Oh no, remove. This was not the front end. Okay, no much. Good, sorry. So this is the node that I want as my OpenNebula front end. And once that installation is complete, we are going to continue with the configuration. Until then, we will edit the etc SE Linux config, and basically we will have to set it to disabled, and let's give it a restart. And for this as well, vi etc SE Linux, and we forget the config. So there we go, disabled, and restart. And let's wait for this to complete. We are going to disable SE Linux on the CentOS 9 machine. etc SE Linux config. And let's do the disable. Good. So that's one. It takes some time to install the front end. I think that's maybe the heaviest package because it has the most functionality. So let's go back to CentOS 9a and let's go back to CentOS 9b. And one thing that I want to do is to make sure that each machine can see each other with the name that I gave them. So let's edit the host file on all three of the machines. So sudo vi etc hosts. Good. And we will also have to use the systemctl disable now firewall-d on all of these machines. Otherwise, we would have some port opening to do, or at least allow the traffic through the firewall. So let's disable the firewall and set and force 0. Good. So once this preparation is done on the front end, what we will have to do is to switch to the one admin user. And we are going to have to use this file to specify an authentication password. And this is really hard to remember. So we will just simply overwrite it. This would be change me 123. And after this is done, what I would do is to start the services. But before that, we are going to use the etc host file. And here we will insert the values from here. So let's save it. And now we can start the services. And that's it. So once the services have started, we should be able to visit the following URL here, and basically I have to replace this with the CentOS 9. And voila! So one admin, change me 123. And sign in. Good. No, I don't want to change my password. So this is my graphical user interface. Let's bookmark it. And this is the management interface of OpenNebula. And our plan is to add a host here. What we could also do is to add clusters, different zones. So you could imagine a solution when OpenNebula is running across multiple continents, multiple data centers, and you have like a high availability management interface. Okay, and I think that's it for the main node. And for the KVM, this is going to be the CentOS 9a. We are going to install the packages, and after that we will have to restart the libvirt-d, virt-d. And one other thing that we will have to do is to distribute the public keys from the CentOS 9 machine to the other two nodes, because that's how OpenNebula is managing the rest of the nodes. Until this is installing, we would also want to start preparing the LXC node. Good. And on the main machine, we will have to switch to the one admin user. And basically, we have the where is the file? So pwd volley1, and this is the location for the SSH folder and the IDRSA pub. So we can use the SSH copy ID and CentOS 9A. And we use the change me 123. Or I raise you this, we can cat the ID RSA pub and technically copy paste it on the rest of the nodes. So su one admin and vi.ssh authorized keys, and that's one, and sudo switch user one admin vi.ssh authorized keys. Okay, and now we can check. So SSH CentOS 9A, we are in, CentOS 9B, and also we are in. Now we have to run as an SSH key scan command on the CentOS 9, the CentOS 9A, and the CentOS 9B. And we want to add these to the known hosts. Good. And on the LXC node, we don't have anything to do. On the KVM node, we still have to restart the libvirt-d. So let's drop back to root and restart it. I think, yeah, the LXC node is done this way. So we can go back to the main web interface, and under the hosts, we can click on the plus sign, select KVM, and specify the CentOS 9A. Then click on next. We use the default cluster and finish. So if everything is correct, then it will go into the init phase. And after it's done, it is going to go to the monitored phase. And it has like a couple of things read from the machine. Different capabilities. We could have the the VMs which are running and so on. And let's add another host. So host plus sign LXC CentOS 9B. Next, default cluster, finish. And the 9A is monitored and the 9B is also monitored. So we can refresh it and everything is green. And technically, these are all the different types of nodes that the community version supports. So what should we do? Can we create a new virtual machine? Instantiate. Or leave it to the next video. That was all for now. All I wanted to show you in this video. See you in the next one.